I welcome you to the series. Today our text is from the book of Genesis, chapter 18, from verse 16 to 33. The passage reveals that the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah was so great. With the intention of the Lord God to destroy them, Abraham intercedes for Sodom. The theme is the intercessor for the family. It is a fact that at one point or another, we all need someone of repute to talk on our behalf. In the house, for instance, mothers oftentimes will stand in for their children when fathers wish to crack the whip. The truth is that what happens in the physical life may pertain to the spiritual life too. This is exactly what Abraham did. The relationship between God and Abraham was so close that God felt it necessary to disclose his intention against Sodom and Gomorrah to him. What may intrigue us is when the text says, God and Abraham walked together. This act of walking together tells us the nature of the relationship. It was a relationship of friendship, a relationship where God shared with Abraham his intention. This is just beautiful. How many of us wouldn't like to enjoy this type of relationship with God? Abraham then takes the opportunity to intercede for Sodom. Beginning from 50 people, he came down to 10 people, asking if God would destroy the innocent people with the guilty. It is amazing how Abraham, as it were, bargained with God in this matter. It is a further attestation of the close relationship that both enjoyed. As Abraham interceded for the people of Sodom, it was clear that God would not destroy the city if he found only 10 innocent people. This is striking. Biblical history reveals that the population of Sodom was between 600 and 1,200 people. Now, granted that the population was even 600 people, the 10 innocent people will be only 1.6% of the total population. Yet God told Abraham that if he found just that 1.6%, he would not destroy the city. This is incredible. What is the message for families? Once there is that 1.6% innocent people, the survival of the family is assured. Every family then must find that 1.6% whose innocence can save the family from destruction or from the wrath of God. This 1.6% people replicate the role of Abraham as one who enjoyed friendship with God and intercedes. Every family must identify this 1.6% whose friendship with God and intercession for the family guarantees the safety and survival of the family. We may recall the story of Saint Monica, who for many years was the family's anchor. She fervently prayed for the conversion of her family. By the grace of God, before the death of the husband, he got converted. Her son too, Augustine, converted, and in fact later became a bishop. Augustine has this to say, and I quote, "If I am your child, O my God, and that's because you gave me such a mother," unquote. Saint Monica was that 1.6% whose friendship with God and intercession saved the family. I also remember a colleague priest who was informed about the evil intention of someone who wanted his destruction. When I asked my colleague how he felt about the bad news, his response was, and I quote, "My mother's prayer for me will never be in vain," unquote. This is amazing. Though a priest himself, he still relied heavily on the prayers of intercession from the mother. The mother is that 1.6% whose friendship with God and hope in God's goodness bring many blessings upon the family. The last example I wish to share is a friend who lost a grandmother around age 92. She was deeply troubled about the death of the grandmother. When I interrogated her, I realized that the reason for her pain was the spiritual vacuum that was created by her death. Apparently, the grandmother was her spiritual pillar, her spiritual support. Every endeavor of hers, she believed, was ably aided by the prayerful intercession of the grandmother. Her concern, therefore, was, now that the grandmother was gone, who would play that role? This was why she was crushed. Her grandmother was that 1.6% whose faith in God sustained the family. I wish to conclude that, conscious of the immense benefits for families by virtue of the innocence of some, the question is, who is that 1.6% in the family? It is their friendship with God that enables them to stand in the gap so that families can be safe. Friendship with God leads to intercession for people who are dear. Those who are innocent save the family. Hence the need for family intercessors. God bless you.